I might be taking back my statement of I could finish 2 glasses of these. It'd probably be like 1.
Hey everyone, we got the taste test turntable for you, and tonight is a fun offering because I have the illustrious Drew Porter of Red Mesa. We are here obviously at Red Team Alliance running our Covert Methods of Entry class, but we needed an evening off after a long day of studenting. So we're going to do a Red Teamers Red Team testing, right? With red wine testing.
It's the best type of red team testing.
I agree. And if you don't know me, a lot of times when Tara and I do this sort of thing, we are big into kind of grocery store chic. Drew is not. He's been a good sport. But what I have here, so I've drank Apothic Red before, their blend, and it was kind of turned to dog shit, so I haven't in a while. But I saw this, Apothic Cab. Maybe they're classing it up. J. Lore, I often grab this. There have been many times down in North Carolina at this conference in my parents' house. And yeah, like maybe it's going to be the best, maybe it's not. And we figured we'd throw 19 Crimes in because at least one, the bottles should be aspirational. So we have all of these ready to go. And I think we're going to just ask one of our teammates to lay them out randomly while we busy ourselves with something else to do. Is Drew like already done?
Now this shot clock is giving me a problem somehow.
Oh man.
This is the hard one.
Oh, well, I'll make it easier by staring at you.
Yeah, okay.
Nice. Oh, and look at that. Thank you very much to everyone else who's here helping us, both with this taste and with the class. It's good to have a solid team of awesome people. Now, you and I don't know what we have here.
I don't.
All we do know is that we're going to call this one number 1,
Okay.
this one number 2, and this one number 3. Thanks to the magic of editing, the audience now knows, somewhere in Drew's general penis area down here. Okay, so want to give a nose to number 1, and we'll see what we think?
Yeah. You know, I've actually never had any of these wines.
You're maybe missing out or maybe not. 19 Crimes, honestly, I enjoy that a lot, frankly. Do not get the Snoop Dogg Rosé. It's a new release, and it is bad. This isn't bad. This actually, no, it's not like amazing. There's nothing that tells me, oh God, that's stems and garbage. Number 2.
Yeah, it's not like burning my nose either.
Number 2 is way more subtle than that, I think. All right. We haven't found a stinker yet, but there's always a chance. Here,
yeah, it actually is surprising me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not trying to be like wine snooty or anything. I think that's what you were getting at with.
No, well, he likes really good wine. Drew has taught me a lot in some restaurants. I enjoy every bottle you've ever bought, and you've tolerated every bottle I've ever bought. So these are all pretty well matched, honestly.
Yeah.
The second one was the lightest on my nose. That's all I got so far.
Yeah, I think I like number 1. I think I'm going to enjoy number 1 the most so far.
Yeah, perfectly fine. I don't know how much I like the long tail end of it.
Yeah, it's different.
In a court of law, that is red wine.
If I was given this and I had to drink it for like a client because they were like sharing it with me,
yeah,
I would have no problem drinking like 2 glasses of that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like try to down a bottle or anything.
Yeah. If you knew this was on a menu and saw it at a restaurant price, you'd be like, I hope the restaurant many successful futures with that wine.
That was kind of like tonight.
Like tonight. Here, try number 2. See what you got here.
So it is. It kind of is as it smells, I think. So it's got that. I don't want to say weaker flavor.
It's subtler. It's almost a little sour compared to the first. The first one was sweeter.
That's so. Yeah, but it's not like it doesn't have like that big red taste.
Right. It's not dry.
It's not.
It's just
not
anti-fruit.
Not strong tannins.
Maybe 3 will be the shocker. I don't know. Yeah, so far nobody is like monumentally great, and nobody is being dumped out in the deadlock bin.
To be honest, these wines have fared better than these locks have, I think.
I'm going to compare 1 and 3 again because they're both a little sweeter than I was expecting. 3 doesn't have that weird aftertasty thing that 1 had for me.
Yeah. Well, it has an aftertaste.
But it's not a weird one for me. I don't know.
It's not weird. It sits on your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
One is quickly becoming the candidate who don't call us, we'll call you. For me.
I had to drink that quickly, so I didn't spit it out over the table.
Yeah. Man, I thought they were similar. Comparing those two, 3 is way sweeter than 1. And I thought 1 was sweet. Maybe 2 is actually going to be my speak less, say more kind of wine.
You know, it's I'm going to try number 2 again. I'm enjoying them less as I have them more.
Yeah. Number 2 might have the best shot. None of them are outstanding.
Yeah, well, and I was coming into it actually a little hopeful because these are all new to me. And we were talking earlier at dinner. We're looking at a wine list and what we liked about wine and stuff. And Dee was actually saying, I like getting these type of bottles. And he has impressed me before. I'm not saying he has never impressed me. He has impressed me with bottles for quality to price. And I think you're really good at finding that like really good balance of like price to quality. Anyone can get really good wine if you pay enough, right? That doesn't mean all really expensive wines are really good. There are plenty of terrible, really expensive wines. Sorry, Napa Valley. And not all Napa Valley. I like some. I love The Prisoner. And that's a cheaper wine.
That's good.
But yeah, I don't. I might be taking back my statement of I could finish 2 glasses of these. It'd probably be like 1.
Maybe. Between 2 and 3, it's interesting. 2, I think, is nobody's sophisticated on this table. 2 is the closest to what I would want. 3, if you just want this is nice, I'm in the grocery store, okay, but you're like, I don't like bold wines. 3 and 1 are both kind of sweet. 3 is really sweet compared to these all now. I thought 1 was sweet. Jesus.
This is 3? Okay.
Yeah. Now we're going to turn this over. And it could just be opening up more. We're not doing this scienticious-like.
Yeah. We didn't pour these through an aerator.
Yeah.
We
don't have wine glasses.
Yeah, we don't have wine glasses. We don't have, they haven't been sitting in a decanter or nothing like that. So.
We'll let you know later if I get back into the bottles tonight after I'm done writing reports and emailing people. So number 1, which was kind of neither our favorite. None of these were your favorite, but number 1 that I didn't like was the J. Lore. Look at that. Number 2, which I liked the most. I'll say I liked the most. You tolerated kind of okay.
Yeah.
Number 2 was 19 Crimes. So that means I've already forgotten. This is the Apothic Cab, which is very sweet, which is really their market. Like,
is it?
Apothic is like, you drink cupcake by the pool on Sundays, but you want something for dinner time with the red meat? Apothic. There's like Apothic Brew, Apothic Inferno. Their audience is people who got that great, like, I'm going to have a dinner party with my 24-year-old friends because I'm learning how to do things, which is a place in life for that. That's great. and it's in the price point for you, and no one's gonna object to it if they're not wine people.
Well, so I don't know the price points of these wines, right? It's the first time I'm testing.
They're like
it.
$10.
These are all like under $10?
Close to it.
Okay.
The J. Lore is probably 12 or 13. I'll put the numbers down in the what's it.
You know, I for that price point, then I can't be too hard on them, right? Like for $10 for under 15, like
Yeah.
we'll call it under 15.
Yeah.
I definitely. I mean, for 700, they're all 750, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're proper bottles.
They're full size.
I did swipe them from the airline on the way here.
I'm more impressed with it. Now, what I would be very impressed with, sort of like mass-produced beer, is if they're consistent year from year to year, right? Because it's very hard to do in the wine world.
I don't know if these are consistent month to month.
All right, maybe I was giving them too much credit. But if they can have a consistent flavor, I mean, they obviously have a market. Like I've heard of 19 Crimes. I've heard of Apothic. I haven't tried either one of them.
If you want some fun, probably not malware, Apothic, the 19 Crimes, you know, they have an app.
Oh, yeah,
and
I do know about
if you
that.
hold your wine in front of the camera, the guy like on the jail, like he wakes up and talks and says shit to you. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably like, buy more wine. Crikey, I'm Australian.
I downloaded the app on my wife's phone because reasons. And I did play around with that because that was like their stick, I think, in the beginning.
Yeah,
and
it's cute.
I mean, it's very awesome, like to have an interactive, like augmented reality, like experience with your wine.
So yeah, the Apothic takeaway is if you don't like wine, you might like that. J. Lore is not as good as my parents and I probably remember it. And if you're going to commit crimes, commit a minimum of 19 of them. All right. Thank you for your time this evening in the midst of everything we're trying to do this fucking week.
Yeah, no problem.
Everyone, thanks for enjoying the silliness that I like to do, and stay safe out there.